Hi guys, here's another cake decorating video, and can I start off by saying, can y'all not be mean to me? I know that people always will say shit like, oh, if you're a creator, if you make content, you have to expect hate, you can't get mad about it, whatever. But I'm sensitive, y'all. If you tell me my cakes look like shit, yeah, it's gonna hurt my feelings. But that being said, all y'all leaving mean comments, I hope you know the algorithm can't tell if your comment is mean or nice, so either way, thanks. But anyways, I don't really have a story to talk about today because my life is actually pretty fucking boring. But I put gas into my car for the first time last week, so that was fun. And that literally happened a week ago, and that's the most exciting thing I have to talk about. But it was cool, it was kind of scary. I kept thinking I was gonna get blown up by the gas or something, and apparently if you use your phone, that can make it blow up, or I don't know, it was scary, but it was a fun experience, I guess. But oh shit, I'm out of time. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching, bye.
I know you so well, so well.
Don't you dare throw those away. We're making the best banana bread. I can't stress it enough. Measure like this. Sweet. Best way to measure. 1.5 cups all-purpose flour. 1 teaspoon baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon kosher salt. 3/4 cup unsalted butter. Make sure the butter's softened, not melted. 1 cup packed light brown sugar. Cream, medium speed, 2 minutes. 2 eggs. 1 teaspoon vanilla. Ripe bananas. The batter's gonna curdle. Don't do you worry. Funnel in the flour, low speed until combined. That way you don't make a mess. Spray 9x5 loaf pan. 45 minutes to 1 hour. Oh yeah.
One cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. Mix it all together. Divide into 12 and place on a prepared baking sheet at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. Boom.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Your stuff is too expensive. Okay, so don't buy it. I could get something really similar at this other place for way less. Hey, you're welcome to do that, no problem. You don't understand. I'm not going to buy it from you because it's way too expensive. I mean, that's cool. I've got these folks over here. They're cool with the price, so I'm alright. You go ahead and you can go pick it up someplace else. It's cool. You're overcharging. Let's be honest, you don't value what I do. It doesn't matter what price I charge, you're not going to pay it. I'm not losing a customer, you never would have been one in the first place. So no, I don't set my prices for people that don't value me. And neither should you.
Hi guys, here's another cake decorating video, and speaking of me saying that, someone pointed out that I say that at the beginning of like all of my cake decorating videos, and I never realized that, but that's awkward. Okay, anyway, so this is another order, and surprisingly this wasn't someone on TikTok. Some people have asked me, like, do I have a business or whatever. I don't call it a business, but even before TikTok, I had a side hustle of baking. Freshman year, I made probably $400-$500 in like 2 months, which is great and all, but everyone like paid me in ones, and for some reason I would carry that around in a Ziploc bag in my backpack, which was probably the dumbest thing I've done before. I mean, probably not the dumbest, but it's up there. So advice for you rising freshmen: don't carry around all your money in a Ziploc bag in your backpack, because that's pretty fucking stupid. But thankfully I never got robbed, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.
DIY surprise cake part 2. To figure out exactly how big I needed to make the hole in the cake, I used an extra box to put an indent so that I could cut it out, and using a long skinny knife, I very carefully cut out the middle square with the help of my friend Sarah, who held the cake in place for me. Using a spatula on either side, I lifted out the center section and saved it to eat later. To keep the box in place, I applied hot glue to each of the corners and in the middle, and then I stuck it down to the plate at the bottom of the cake box. I also taped the back of the Spider-Man candle to the last dollar sticking out so that I could place it on top of the cake and it would be connected to the dollar. When the topper is pulled out, it will pull the money out of the box. For the last step, I replaced the top part of the cake to fill in the rest above the box, and then I'm going to be putting some cream cheese icing over to conceal the little hidden compartment. Here's the finished result. Come back tomorrow to see his reaction when we cut it.
Hi guys, here's another cake decorating video, and also, I don't know if it's just me, but does marble cake remind y'all of like those Sam's Club, or I guess most of y'all probably went to Costco, but we went to Sam's Club. Anyways, does marble cake remind y'all of those like Sam's Club giant sheet cakes? Because that's all I could think about when I see it. And I remember one time me and my mom were at Sam's Club trying to get a cake, and there's this girl there with her family, and she wanted this one design of cake, but they only had it in marble. And her dad was like, well, your cousin's allergic to chocolate, but you know, it's not her birthday, so I guess she doesn't get any cake. And I was like, oh shit, dude, that's kind of rude. So if that cousin is out there, I hope you're doing okay, and I'm sorry you got played. Also, just, wanted to mention, but I'm about to get my license soon, so if any of y'all in or around the RDU area want to get like a cake or something delivered, I would be so down. Just like DM me or something, I don't know. Anyway, pink and yellow is such an underrated combo. Like, I have never thought of how like these colors work together, but they do, like Patrick and SpongeBob or something. I don't know, but thanks for watching. Bye.
Here's how I decorate a cake. I'm a little rusty, it's been about a year. I pipe some frosting onto the plate or cake board so the layers stick. Then I pipe a ring of frosting around the edges called a dam so the lemon curd doesn't spill out. Lemon curd has a tendency to make the layers slip off each other, so I make the dam extra thick. My recipes for the buttercream, the lemon curd, and my favorite vanilla cake have all been on my website for several years now. But don't forget to follow me if you don't already, because I'm posting the video recipes soon. I just repeated what I did with the first layer, and it's always easier to put more filling if you need it than it is to take it out if you put too much. Make sure to put the flat side on top. This is going to be a naked cake, but I'm just filling in where it's uneven. Adding some frosting on top, it's so satisfying. What I'm doing here is called a crumb coat. It's not normally the final exterior of a cake, but I like the rustic look and it's easier than putting on a bunch more frosting. I have horrible handwriting. I can't pipe like happy birthday on top of a cake to save my life, so a couple years ago I started doing this swirl, and it's become kind of my signature thing, and I really love it now.
I'm going to show you how I made one of the most realistic cakes I have ever made. I baked a round vanilla cake and I wrapped just the outside in buttercream icing and ivory fondant. I then used a brulee torch to torch the outside of it. Fun fact, most fondants are made out of marshmallows, so when you toast them with a brulee torch, it just smells like toasted marshmallows over a campfire. I then topped the top of my cake with some red buttercream and then just shredded this modeling chocolate over top and then melted that onto the cake with a brulee torch again. I did it enough that it got it a little bit toasty on top. I then made a fondant details to go on top of it. So I did this kind of purple marble with this white, and basically every little piece I used my hands and different tools to get the exact kind of color and texture I was going for. I even used little candies to put on top. You can kind of see it coming together now. I then hit it with a brulee torch again just to make everything extra toasted. I can't believe how realistic this came out, and I'm so happy with it. Like and follow to see more videos.
Let's make an ice cream inspired cake design. I have an ice cream cone and I'm just cutting along the seam on the side. Once they've been cut in half, apply it to your ombre cake. I have demonstrated how to make an ombre cake earlier on in our videos. Use a 1M piping tip to fill in the spaces for that ice cream, and then attach either a fondant ball or a gum ball as well. Take your second tier, cover it in the frosting color that you would like. Smooth it out, pop it into the freezer for 20 minutes, insert dowels into your bottom tier to support the weight of the top cake, and then attach it on with some buttercream. Take an ice cream cone, fill it, and hang it upside down at the very top, and then add some white chocolate ganache to give the illusion that the ice cream has melted, and drip down the side of the cake. To really highlight that ombre effect and give it a bit more contrast, you could add some white chocolate ganache drip down the bottom as well, just between the cones.
Hey guys, it's Allie. I'm a cake decorator, and a couple of days ago I made a Funfetti cake and cupcakes for someone's birthday, which surprisingly was not in my neighborhood this time. So I started off with 3 6-inch Funfetti cake layers and made Funfetti cupcakes. And then while they baked, I ate a popsicle. And then I made my classic almond buttercream and gave my little dog a treat. And then I leveled my layers, and there's the cupcakes. And then I stacked my layers with frosting in between and did a crumb coat, and then I froze it to seal in all those crumbs. And after it was frozen, I added my second layer of frosting and used my cake comb to make some stripes, and then made some fun colors, put them in their piping bags, and filled in with another color. And the stripes kind of looked like my towel. And then I used my different colors to pipe different flowers down the side and added some sprinkles in 10K gold edible dust. And that's what that looked like. And then on the cupcakes, I did a rosette, squiggles, and open stars, and a sprinkle on top, and packaged them up. Thanks for watching.
I made a Taco Bell cake, but then found out Taco Bell apparently donated to the Trump campaign, so I have to break it down, take it apart. It sucks, it took me forever. I'm gonna scoop off all the toppings and fake taco meat that I made, and then that taco shell that I put all the detail work into, I'm just gonna undo, I guess. I'm gonna remove the fondant from the cake. Luckily, the fondant wasn't too hard to take off. I just, put it back together and then rolled it into a really small round ball so I can save it for later. That's pretty easy. Oh, and then I had to unfrost the cake. That was a little challenging, but didn't take me too long. Then I'm gonna take the 2 cake halves and put them back together. Too bad. I made a bomb cake, but I wanted to detonate it, take it apart. I don't want a bomb just lying around my house. So I took the cake apart, starting with the wick. I unraveled it, sucked it back up, and then I took all those beautiful black glittery sprinkles off, and then I had to unfrost the cake, which was a little difficult, but I just put it back in the bowl, save it for later. Then I break the cake layers down, and yeah, the bomb cake is officially detonated. Pretty easy.
Hi, so we're gonna make an Among Us cake because I had an order for one today. So yeah, first thing, you break it out of the mold, and then I don't know what I'm saying. And then you make the background color, the frosting color. I wanted to do a really dark blue, but I couldn't put too much black in it because it stains your mouth really bad. So I did a blue. I don't know. Here I am icing it. I don't know how to do these voiceover things. Okay, here I am icing. Okay, hurry up. Okay, now I put it in a whip bag so I could do the trim. Oh my gosh, too fast. Now I'm coloring the guys. Okay, I did a pink and a blue and an orange and a red. Okay. There we go. Then I put their little goggles on, and then I outline them in black. Oh my gosh, look how shaky my hand is. Hello? Why did it pause? Hello? Okay, then trim. Okay. Okay, then I put some little gold sprinkles, and now it's done. Look how cute. Okay, it's kind of ugly, but whatever. Okay.